Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good evening, good evening. In fact, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the globe. It is I, Big Joe Shep. Excuse me, but not on the Big Joe Shep show. This is a OneStream live only show. You are welcome. This is episode 2 of our 4-month, 4-part series looking at the survival stream and how in 2026 we can help you and how you can help yourselves to simplify everything that you're doing. Episode 2 tonight is the gaming edition, and this is really, really critical. I'm not a gamer, but it's something that's become close to my heart because I've got to know an awful lot of people. Now, online gaming is one of the most competitive creative spaces on the planet. It's high frequency, it's constant comparison, relentless pressure to stay visible, more so than any other industry I've found. Yet the gamers who last aren't always the biggest. I found they're not always the loudest, and they're not always live every single day. More about that to come. They're the ones, though, who will survive. So tonight isn't about hacks, tricks, or chasing algorithms. This is about survival streaming for gamers in 2026 on and beyond. On tonight's show, we're taking a very real look at online gaming and live streaming in 2026 and why I think it is so important. Not from a hype perspective, not from a growth hack angle, but from a purely survival one. We're going to talk honestly about the pressure gamers are under, why streaming feels relentless, why daily content has become an expectation that is unnecessary, and rather than a choice, why so many talented creators are burning out even before they've hit their stride. If it's fun, they'll keep on doing it. If it's not, and we're going to cover some of those things, then they're just not going to be doing it. So welcome to everybody tonight, and welcome to everybody from the gaming groups that this will go into, that has gone into, and will go into more. There we go. No. So what I need to do is, forgive me for that, I'm monitoring YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and a whole pile of other things as well. And I forgot to put some onto a block when I first started, so forgive me for that bit. But we're going to come on to why multi-streaming is good, even if you forget to turn the sound off. What else we're going to do? We're going to be looking at what the gamers who are winning in the arena, what they're doing differently, how they're gaining awareness, reach, and engagement without streaming themselves. I'll come to our message just in a second, because some of them are streaming themselves into the ground. The whole mental health area is a massive thing, especially in the gaming community. Why so many are going to try now, and the rest need to follow to build communities and push out quality content over quantity. You know, that matters now. Building the communities and the quality content really, really does matter more than pushing content out every single day. This isn't about doing more. It's actually about doing what lasts. But first, we got a message. Hello, Joe. Hello yourself. I hope you are well. If you get any questions for us tonight, throw them up. If I can answer them, if it's dead easy. If not, then I'll throw them to one of our team. But let's see how we go on. But you're more than welcome to the show. Yeah, just before we get started, ladies and gents, and again, I didn't finish off saying thank you to all the streaming groups where this has gone into, and the rest that will go into, and the podcast groups as well. A lot of excitement going on there. This week marks 8 years of OneStream Live. Now, global platforms, don't grow to this level by accident in 8 years. They don't hang around. They don't survive. They don't evolve and develop like they have OneStream Live have. They last because they listen, they adapt, and they genuinely care about the creators at every level. And that mindset is exactly why we joint ventured the Survival Stream series, myself and OneStream Live. It's about support, sustainability, and helping creators stay in the game. So it's great. What's this? Happy 8th anniversary, because this is a bloody remarkable company. resilient,
exciting,
competitive,
rewarding,
energizing,
simplify,
empower,
simplify,
empower,
innovation.
From day one, our focus was simple: to make live streaming accessible to every streamer. Every feature we build solves a real problem streamers face every day. The future is about smarter tools and helping streamers grow without limits.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say a public thank you to the CEO, Hanan, to the Chief Operating Officer, Bilal Chowdhury, just saw there, and the Chief Technical Officer, Shahzad. Remarkable team that you run. Is a very family-orientated business, and what you have allowed me and the gamers tonight, any gamers watching tonight, any podcasters who want to transition across, this 2026, you really got to get on board, because this company is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I've been with them now for 16, 17 months, and I'm just blown away by what they do. Now, let's look at the reality for gamers, shall we? So after speaking with a number of gamers, not celebrity streamers, not nothing really special, real grinders, I call them, those who day in, day out, the same issues came up again and again. Streaming for a lot of gamers feels mandatory rather than creative. Missing a day creates anxiety. I think you transpose yourself. You transpose, you transpose your anxiety and all the other pressures when you put yourself under that self-induced pressure a lot of time, or pressure that you feel or is perceived to feel that the industry, that people watching you want when it's absolutely wrong. So missing those days creates anxiety. Tech setups keep growing while momentum doesn't. Burnout is normalized. That's a big thing. Mental health, honestly, ladies and gents, Jesus, mental health in the gaming industry is, content creators generally, but the gaming industry is unbelievable. Growth feels random, I think, for a lot of people, but rather than earned. Now, this isn't because gamers are doing something wrong. It's because the system most gamers are using isn't designed for sustainability. Now, before we go any further, I want to be clear tonight why tonight looks the way it does. You'll notice I don't have a gaming guest on this episode, and that's intentional. Most people are very used to me having a guest, and we have some real quality guests on. Excuse me, we had a guest on episode 1. We'll have a guest on next month. More about that in a minute, towards the end. But it is intentional tonight that it's just me, because I've spoken to many gamers. Some have just come back from MAGFest. Across these games now are across different genres, different platforms, different audience sizes, I have to tell you. And what kept coming up wasn't a lack of talent or effort, and certainly not passion. It was systems and process failure, like anything else we do in our life. When you break it down, you can have all the great ideas in the world, but if your system and process ain't in place to support what you're doing, then all the hype falls apart. And that's everybody to remember that out there. Now, my role here tonight isn't to outgame the gamers, not by any means. It's to take a step back as an outsider and look at what consistently breaks creators over time. Because here's the truth. Games change, platforms change, trends change, but good systems scale across every creator space. And I like being involved in any system, any organization that can scale, and that's because it has a good systems and processes in place. That's why tonight isn't about gameplay per se. It's not about tactics or genre-specific tricks. Excuse me, because I could get a guest on. I could have got a guest on, but it might not be the genre you want. So I wanted to look at this as outsiders say. It's about the infrastructure underneath streaming that really determines whether creators survive or burn out. And that's the lens I'm wanting to bring to you this episode tonight. So I hope you can get that. Right. Now, what are those perceived or indeed actual core gaming pain points? I've talked about already frequency pressure. Daily streaming has almost become a badge of honor, even when it's damaging consistency and enjoyment. There's a thing called anhedonia. Anhedonia is when you're very, very good at something that you do, but you get no joy or satisfaction from it. You're going through the process. Anhedonia. Have a look at that. A lot of that's down to cognitive mental overload as well. See where I'm going with this? It's facts. It's evidence, guys. You know, if you like this, why are you doing it? Is the whole thing. More streaming doesn't automatically mean more growth. Comparison fatigue was another one. Watching others grow faster really teaches you, really teaches you how. It mostly drains your confidence and energy because we compare ourselves as human beings. We compare ourselves all the time. Then you would have a technical overload. So you've got more scenes, more plugins, more tools, but often that leads to less clarity. Less clarity. Platform dependency. That's another one. We've seen how a number of gaming platforms treat their creators. The money isn't equal, blah, 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 blah. It just, everything in life is platform dependent. One algorithm change, how do I right word this? One algorithm change can undo months of work. That's something that you need to care about. You can be doing all of this stuff and then it can change in a heartbeat. Look what happens on some platforms. Look what happens on Facebook. Each post goes to, I think it's 2.5 to 4% of your followers. Why? Well, you can make your own views of it, but I've talked about this before. It's facts and evidence. How platforms treat people is because they're a business. It doesn't make bad people, just they're a business and it's all in their favor. And what about clip guilt? Excuse me, anybody heard of clip guilt? Now, we all know that clips matter. Clips, you take a short 30 seconds to 2-minute video clip of a show. We do that with ours. We do that with our rugby shows regularly and for other clients as well. Now, very few creators have the time or systems to do them properly. I do. I've got a very, very smart system that clips an hour-long show or a 30-minute show and give me 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And it will give me and any client I'm working with, it will give us a virility score out of 100% on how well that clip will do on social media platforms. Want to get involved in OneStream Live in the studio? Have those clips available to you and other stuff I'll mention, then just put OneStream Live in the comments. Put in whatever you want. Just put BJS, put whatever you want in, and somebody will get in touch with you because this is just too important to ignore. Okay, so clips is a real thing. Now, all of these things we've spoken about, none of them are personal failures, systems, processes. They're structural problems, aren't they? Now, in plain English, what's happening in 2026 with regard to creator shifts? What is changing? So multi-streaming is becoming normal rather than advanced. Here's a question for you. How many utilize the brilliance of this OneStream Live studio that you can do on your own? I'm doing every single moving part tonight, although you can have somebody who's producing and directing the show for you while you're hosting. But I'm doing this particular show all on my own. But how many of you utilize or thought about utilizing the brilliance of a OneStream Live studio, which can simultaneously, that means at the same time, boys and girls, big word for a Tuesday night, isn't it? Simultaneously, you can go live to up to 50 different locations, including your own website. Oh, what's that? You don't have a website? We've got a thing called hosted live pages. It's like a one-page landing page. So when you go, and then it's created by OneStream Live with you. By us. That's what we do. If you haven't got your own website, a hosted live page, you can put that out anyway because it's a single landing page. And when you set up in such a way that when you go live, it goes live wherever you put it. Want to get involved? Put a comment in there and we will be in touch and we'll help you set one up. We know seriously, though, that event-aligned streams outperform the constant daily grind. Get away from the grind. I'm not going to make any apologies for going over and over. You got to really get this on board because I want you to get back to enjoying what you're doing, but I also want you to grow. I want you to work smarter, not harder. Clips, as we've just mentioned, effectively drive discovery more effectively than just a single live only, content. Smaller loyal communities have formed large disengaged audiences. I've seen people online who have got 100,000 people and there's no engagement at all. I've seen people with 1,000 or 1,500 and the engagement's brilliant. It's everything you want your community to be. It's supported. Yeah. Don't think big. Don't think influence. People know my views on influencers. Finfluencers. Get out of there with you. Okay. You see, the facts are that in 2026, it's not things aren't good. Life isn't going to reward or sacrifice, if you want. It's going to reward sustainability. Now, the awareness gap. Why are most gamers losing the reach? Well, the reality is that most gamers still only stream to one platform at a time. I've just covered how you get around that, haven't I? Hosted a live page, up to 50 locations, OneStream live. There you go. You know the rest. They rely entirely on the discoverability inside a single ecosystem, which, as we've already said, is controlled. You want your community of people who take the time to follow you and like you and support you. You want 100% of those people to see 100% of your content 100% of the time. If that ain't happening, you need to build your community elsewhere. You need to be looking at alternative things that can help you do that. Of course we do. That's what we do day to day for businesses and organizations. The gamers who are going to be winning in the arena in 2026 will be doing something very, very different. They're using platforms. They're using OneStream Live. They're using it to multiply their awareness. They're using OneStream Live to multiply their exposure, to multiply their reach, to multiply their engagement. What they're not multiplying is their effort. Cutting back on the effort. Here's a question. Do you have a 30 or a 31-day plan, a content calendar of what you put out that helps you grow? Does it work for you? Do you have a social media content schedule and service tied in with OneStream Live, tied in with your clips, your blog articles, if you write them? Everything can go, into one place and go out. What, you haven't? Yeah, I do. I'm an agency level social media content schedule and service with a secure workspace. Contact us. We'll put all of this plan together for you. We don't play around with this, ladies and gents. You can do the same stream, the same energy into more places, more people, more chances to be discovered. Okay, this isn't about cheating the system. It's about not hiding your content in one room. They're not louder. They're wider. They're smarter. So one question I get asked is, why doesn't daily content no longer required in 2026? Okay, the main algorithms now reward retention, not frequency. Platforms prioritize watch time, saves, shares, and meaningful engagement. Low quality daily content can actually hurt your performance massively. We saw late last year YouTube favoring brand new channels that were coming out over some big heavy ones. Why? There's a reason. Everything I've been saying, there's a reason behind that. Come and get on board. Now is the time to be doing it. High quality content gets resurfaced and shared for weeks. Consistency, therefore, consistency now means reliability, not volume. Let's go back to creative burnout. It's a known risk. Seriously, everybody knows my views on mental health. If we're doing this, if you're struggling with anhedonia, i.e. the lack of joy or satisfaction from what you're doing, then why are you doing it? If you're struggling from cognitive mental overload, then why are you doing it? You need to get back to the stage where you're doing more. You're achieving more, but doing less to achieve more, and you can get back to doing what you love most, which is gaming. That's why you started out. Don't be somebody else, be you. Take advice from specialists like us, and we'll help you do that. Burnt out creators just simply will disappear. They are disappearing, they have disappeared, and they will disappear. We don't want that from anybody. We want 2026 to favor creators who can be sustainable, who can sustain what they're doing, and bloody well enjoy what you're doing because you're good at it. Communities beat feeds. feeds are just rented space. We've just discussed that about some platforms. You need to build a community, and again, we've got specialist advisors who help you build communities in other areas. So 100% of people see 100% of your content 100% of the time. It's a safe area. It's a great area to be part of. It's a supportive area. That's what you want. One of the things about building a great community is not only do people see all of that content all the time, but familiar names pop up in the chat. You make proper friends, recurring viewers, people who show up time and time again, not just for the game. They show up for you, and that's really what we want. MMFI, make me feel important. That's there's no hype, there's nothing to it. And let me tell you something: 100 people who care beats 10,000 who scroll. Content lifespan has changed. Content no longer dies in 24 hours. Quality clips compound. Search and recommendation systems resurface very, very strong content. I go back to, again, multi-platform distribution extends the lifespan of what you're doing. The quality content ages well. Quantity doesn't. So here's a quick survival pathway for gamers, in my opinion, based on the people I've spoken to. Okay, what we call the stability triangle. Okay, a simple framework to stop creators burning out before they ever get to grow. One is technical stability. So your setup works every time without stress, panic, or constant fixing. If you go to OneStream Live, by the way, on YouTube, last year in November, we did a whole 4-part series in November looking at how you set up and things like this, where they're just the knowledge within OneStream Live, the videos that the different streaming partners do, the blog articles and things they reach is phenomenal. In fact, let me finish this first. I'm going to stick you the link up to the accompanying blog article for this. So that 3-part, the technical stability. So your setup works every time without stress, without panic, without constant fixing in it. 2 on that. Second one is content consistency. Your audience knows what you do, when you do it, and why they should come back. Same time, same week, same month. Whatever you're doing, that persistency and consistency. That's why we do our shows the way we do them. It's why the head of marketing OneStream Live is brilliant, because plan the content out. They do what they advise other people to do. The third one, a part of this, is the audience connection. At the end of the day, we're building relationships with real people. We're not just chasing numbers. We're not chasing numbers anymore. Those days are gone. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Let's get out of it. Okay, you're not chasing growth. If a system or anything you're doing in life is heavy, if it's a grudge, it's only growth. It only makes things heavier, trying to grow, trying to do it. So it goes back to that mental health thing. It goes back to smarter work, and it goes back to the tools that you're using. Lots and lots of years ago, a bloke with a shovel could dig a large hole, and we do it in a couple of days. And now you can bring in a JCB and do it in 20 minutes. It's not rocket science to do smarter ways of working. It's 2026, not 1926. Don't make it heavier for yourself. We've got a thing called the 111 rhythm. So what do I mean by this? It's a sustainable way to grow without streaming yourself into the ground. So the first part of the 111 system is 1 core stream, 1 live stream once a week. Now, normally, yes, you're going to say, Shep, you're doing 4 and 4 months at the moment. I am for OneStream Live purposely, because the amount of other things I've got going on, and because we wanted to do this one differently. Normally, we've got 4 in a month on a theme, but we're doing this one just slightly different. So, doesn't matter, once a week, once a month, whatever you're doing, 1 core stream, 1 main live stream that actually matters each week. So that's 1 core stream. That's what we mean by that. The second part of the 111 is 1 meaningful highlight. A longer replay moment that delivers real value or insight. So again, using the specialist editing tools that we have, be able to do that. And I go back to, again, the specialist editing tools that myself and the team have, allows you to see a virility score, i.e. out of 100%, how likely that clip is going to do on other social media platforms. You don't even have to think about the one yourself. It gives you the one, because you've put the live show in, you've put the parameters in that you want, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You know, there's a specific part of it you want, and it gives you and tells you 78%, 93%, 89% of how good it's going to be. Get it out, get discovered. And that's the third bit on the 111 system. One discoverable clip, you know, a short piece that is designed to reach new people beyond your existing audience. Don't put it to, you can put it to where your excuse me, where your own audience is, but put it into other groups. Introduce yourself. Say, hi guys, thought to introduce this. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. Build friendships, build your community. And then put those from those groups you are into your own private community. And go back to what I said before. See the way it all dovetails into itself? Okay. You're not creating more content here. You're creating better use of what you're already creating, okay? And you're building proper relationships over time. Now, some gamers I get might want to, or given where they are, decide that they must do more. That's great. What I'd say is, use different locations for doing different things, and that, you know, analyze what's better. If you don't know how to do that, get in touch with us, either at Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy, myself and my own team, or OneStream Live, and we'll help you plan that project out. We'll help you strategize where it's going to go. That's your choice. You know, I'm just trying to help you to think smarter. So what about a thought, a practical walkthrough? Okay, OneStream Live acts as a single control point. It's the central mass, if you like a wheel, you know, with all the spokes coming off it. OneStream Live, the studio, is at the center of all that. Acts as a single control point, like I say. So stream once, you reach multiple platforms, up to 50 at any single time, including your website. If you haven't got a website, hosted live page, ask us about hosted live pages. Honestly, I think it's one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen in my life. You don't need a huge website, because of your own landing page. Anyway, I digress slightly. I just think they're fabulous hosted live pages. So once you stream once, you're reaching multiple platforms. You're recording automatically. I'm automatically recording this as well as it going out live. So I'll download it, we'll clip it, blah, 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 blah. There we go. And you're repurposing everything that you do is just an absolute given now. It's intentionally, you know, you're building a repeatable rhythm that fits your real life. Social media content scheduling service over 31 days. We could sit down, come up with a strategy for you. You can put most of your stuff out at the beginning of the month that you've already done. And then the stuff, if you're doing once a week or whatever the case may be, we then know what the week is. Day one, week one. You just got to want to do it. Okay. Survival streaming, sustainable streaming removes friction before it removes the ambition you've got. So this is actually the same system and process, by the way, I've just written for a successful online globally distributed rugby chat show, which is out again this Thursday. White Walkers Chat and Crack, the Ulster Rugby Roundup show. We put together that for them. Okay, because when you need to work in cycles, okay, that monthly cycle, quarterly, what are the main points in each quarter for the games that you're doing? Is there something like MAGFest coming up? Is there anything else that's coming up? What's happening in that quarter that you can work to? What are you doing the same things monthly, weekly? You know, how do you use your content? As I said, you mentioned it earlier, you know, smarter on a monthly calendar cycle. If you don't have it, you need to get it. You know, do you use that content? Do you use a social media content scheduling service yourself already from somewhere else? You know, why not? That's why we've got one, to be able to help people. The video service that we've got. And why am I a streaming partner and a global brand ambassador with OneStream Live? Because it all repeats, all starts with getting a single live event out to those 50 different locations on your website. You need a mindset reset. If you're tired, if it's a drudge, then, you know, that's your body, that's your mind giving you feedback. Consistency obviously beats intensity. Systems beats willpower. And community in 2026 beats algorithms. Now, none of you are behind in this. You're overloaded. You've got that cognitive mental overload. And when you stop enjoying what you're doing, anhedonia, when you're great at something, but the joy you once had, the satisfaction you once had simply isn't there. Let us help you rest, refocus, and reframe what you do through OneStream Live and through Livestream Solutions. Okay, that's it. Episode 1 of this 4-month, 4-part series was about the crossroads. I'm going to just stick up, where am I? Because this, there we go. That there is an accompanying Knowledge Hub blog article for this 4-part series. You can go to OneStream Live via that link there and read it. It is good read. If you want a copy of that sent to you, then write in the comments blog, and I'll arrange for somebody to get that one to you. Okay, so episode 1 of this 4-month special series, 4-part series, was about the the crossroads in 2026 for streaming and business and all the rest. And again, like I said, that's available courtesy of OneStream Live on their YouTube channel, the Facebook page, and they've got a Facebook community. Okay, so go to those there. And episode 2 tonight really was about survival for gamers. It was the gaming edition. Next month, we move into episode 3, and episode 3 next month is the same survival principles, but this time it's for musicians, artists, performers, creators. So, and we will have a guest on next month for that, and he's very, very talented at what he does. If you want your streams to travel further without burning yourself out, ladies and gents, then this is exactly the problem that OneStream Live exists to solve. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourselves and your communities. Oh, and again, very, very happy 8th anniversary to the globe's leading professional streaming service, OneStream Live. I've been Big Joe Shep. If you've ever wondered what a OneStream Live studio is all about, this is it. I'll see you next month. Take care.